on this episode of How to Do Florida. We're in the Florida Keys, where Chad takes on the art of fly fishing. Chad might be in a little over his head.
I was picturing something a little bit different.
Then it's the best of both worlds as Chef Justin brings us a recipe for land and sea kebabs.
Sir,
Yes.
I love it. You did it. Skewer.
Then we're headed to Sarasota, where Chad and daughter Kasey paddleboard through a maze of mysterious mangroves.
Yeah. Here we go.
Sit back and enjoy. How to Do Florida.
Hey, today on the show, we're going to show you how to do fly fishing. Today, we're in the Florida Keys and about to partake in the timeless tradition of fly fishing. And for the fly fisherman, there's no place on earth that better frames a more productive or more picturesque fishing setting than the Florida Keys. And getting here is easy. Just jump on 95 or the Turnpike and head south. Hit US 1 and it'll take you straight into the Florida Keys. Our day would start early with a 45-minute boat ride straight into the Everglades National Park. We there yet? Captain Larry Sidnor would be the lucky man chosen to teach me how to fly fish. We there yet? Almost. Larry has been throwing flies at fish for over 25 years and knows these backwaters, hopefully, well enough to get us home. You were paying attention when we're coming back here, right? You know how to get us back? This poor man had no idea what he was in for. Or maybe it's the other way around.
Well, yes, we're here.
We're here.
I have to go to the bathroom, so we're here.
Oh my gosh.
I've asked Larry for the school of hard knocks, if there's such a thing for fly fishing.
So I told you that I've never fly fished before, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to learn and learn fast so we could get this technique stuff out of the way and start catching fish.
What's the first major rule in fly fishing?
Bring a good attitude.
Bring a good attitude. Seems like you got a good attitude.
Rule number 2, don't slam the cooler lid.
We finally started seeing tailing redfish everywhere. My adrenaline was flowing.
A redfish just popped up there, tailed at 1 o'clock. We don't have the conditions for fly fishing right now. It's a little deep.
Okay.
Start you out with that.
At that point, I didn't care. I just wanted to catch fish.
There we go. There we go. Beautiful flamingo redfish right here. Oh! Third cast into it. He puts it where it needs to be. A little heavier fish. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice job.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
After 3 redfish in the boat, my confidence was maxed out, and I was feeling pretty good.
All right. You've graduated.
I'm ready.
I think you are.
Okay, so it was time to learn how to get this colorful pocket lint out to the fish. Step 1, the cast. You gotta get it out there.
One thing about fly casting, most important thing is to try to get a nice tight loop forward and back.
Okay.
And just let it out. Boom. Just like that. You always want to be in control, meaning don't let loose of the line when you're casting. Just like when you spin fish.
Yeah.
You want to be in control. Keep your hand in front of the reel. You go out, back, let a little line out, a little line out. Let it go through your hands.
And what is this?
It managed the line, so when you get your fly line out, instead of just letting it on the deck, these little tips keep that line from going over the side. Line in the left hand. No, stop. Here. All you do is you want to follow this.
Okay.
Now, you want it when you come back. You're always by the reel. You don't want this out here like this. It's not going to go through the line. Bring some line in. See, well, nice.
All right.
First cast of the day. Slow down. Slow down. Watch the rod. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. Slow down. Stop. Stop.
Okay.
Drop it.
Here to there.
Here.
Quickly, I realized this was gonna be a lot harder than I thought.
You're dropping your back cast too fast. Slow down. Don't whip it. Feel the tip. Slow down. Look at the tip of your rod.
My confidence from those early morning redfish was gone. And as Larry gave me instruction, my brain started to shut down as I struggled to take it all in.
Are you tired yet?
No, I'm not tired. I'm just trying to process all these orders.
Watch what your tip of the rod's doing. Now you're doing it. There you go. So you got to visualize it.
When I first heard we're gonna go fly fishing, I was picturing something a little bit different.
Keep practicing. Better. Wow, look at that. Hey, that's awesome. Now strip it. Maybe there's a fish out there.
Once you get the line out there, of course, there's a technique for getting it back in,
Strip, strip.
and that's called stripping. Step 2, stripping. Stripping varies depending on fishing conditions, but basically, it's giving your fly the realism needed to entice the fish to strike.
Strip, strip, strip. You got a fish in front of you.
One part of fly fishing I never understood was what do you do with all that line when you're fighting the fish?
When you got the line out and you get a fish on, say you just ate, you want a strip set. This is a strip set. You don't want to rod set it.
So you don't rod set
Because
it.
all you'll do is pull it out of its mouth. You won't catch a fish. Once that fish starts going out, he'll pull that line away.
So
that's what I'm saying. You have to line management, meaning that line, you have to make sure it doesn't get caught on anything around your feet or your leg or your arm or your head or whatever it might be, or around the reel.
Line management all day long.
So what was I thinking? Anglers spend their whole life learning to fly fish, and I thought I could knock it out before lunch.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't have enough Band-Aids on the boat here.
Okay.
Larry could tell I needed a little pick-me-up, so he decided to switch things up.
We're gonna catch us a snook.
Don't tease me.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
baby.
right here, we got something moving.
Okay, go ahead, cast.
Step 3, the catch.
Right there. He's on. He's on.
All right. Good job, man. Watch your line. Keep it away from your feet. See what I mean about stripping it in?
Yeah.
You don't have to get it on the reel. Okay, it goes one way, you go the other with the rod, just like a spinner. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Don't push it too hard. Take it time. Keep it.
Oh, this is fun. Now we're talking.
All right.
Man, he just came up and just
He did.
whopped it.
Good job, man.
I love this.
Oh,
Larry.
look at that snook. Awesome.
My first fish on a fly rod, and it's my favorite fish, a snook. Beautiful.
There's no excuse for you not to come out here and catch a fish on fly. So as long as you have fish in front of you, you should be able to catch them. You did a great job. Let's see if we can't catch another. Slow down. Try not to smack the water. Strip, strip, strip. There you go.
There he is.
Oh, we got one.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Oh, yeah.
What I'm talking about right there, buddy. Future. Future right there, boys. All right. Good job, buddy.
That was fun, I have to say, Larry.
Put it there.
That was
You
fun.
did it, man. Came out here, had tailing conditions today. You caught some snook on fly.
Yeah.
Caught some redfish. I mean, what else could be better? Just live and die by the fly from here on.
Well, and what a beautiful setting to fly fish out here. I mean, it's just
Oh, it's awesome,
absolutely,
isn't it?
absolutely spectacular.
Author Isaac Walton called fly fishing the contemplative man's recreation. Well, Isaac was right, because I spent most of the day contemplating what the heck I was doing.
Is this where you put your hand right here, Larry?
I have never been so humbled by a sport in all my life. This was one of the most intense and exciting fishing experiences I've ever had. This unplugged version of fishing will try your patience, push your fishing skills, and unpack your appreciation for what it takes to catch a fish on the fly. And yes, I'll be back for my redfish.
Ha!
Awesome.
Not bad, right? Hey, for more information on how to fly fish, go to our website at howtodoflorida.com.
Still to come, Chad and daughter Kasey are exploring the mangrove forests of Sarasota by paddleboard.
That's how you do a beach dismount.
But first, it's Chef Justin's Land and Sea Kebabs.
Yeah, we got this Florida beef here.
Oh,
with
man.
all these amazing Florida veggies.
Woo!
And we got Key West pink shrimp and royal red shrimp.
You're watching How to Do Florida. We'll be right back.
Today on the show, it's land and sea skewers and barbecue butter corn.
It's Florida on a stick.
Jesus. Ah! Ah! Chad, put that thing away. Are
Chef,
you kidding me?
What are you whipping up for us today,
Oh my
brother?
goodness.
What do you got?
Today we have got land and sea skewers. Yeah, we got this Florida beef here
Oh,
with
man.
all these amazing Florida veggies.
Woo!
And we got Key West pink shrimp and royal red shrimp.
Oh, yes.
Let's get to work here.
I'm dying to skewer something.
Okay, here's your shrimp. I got the beef over here. I'm gonna
Okay.
make mine, you make yours. I'm gonna start with beef first. Then I'm gonna go zucchini. I'm gonna do a yellow squash. Not an orange. No. Save that for later.
What the heck, man?
Save that for later.
You don't put an orange in front of me and not expect me to skewer it.
That's true. I should have known better. More beef going
That
on.
fat mushroom. Can I go mushroom?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Mine's looking pretty gnarly here, Chef.
All right, Chad. You want to kind of put them all flat together so they all grill the same. You see how you've got this sticking out and this sticking out? This is going to be up on the grill and the shrimp won't cook fast. So really you want your mushroom sideways and everything so it cooks nice and even like that.
Reskewer.
Okay, mine's looking good. Okay. So now that we've got it skewered, I'm going to put my spice on it a little bit. We can do this on the grill.
Mine?
Yeah, let me spice you up here.
You gotta find me.
Okay, Chad.
You gotta find me.
There we go. There
All
we
right.
go. Okay, now go ahead and lay it right on. Beautiful. These are looking good. We're ready to turn these. You want to give them a turn for me? There you go. Flip it over. Nice.
Flip 1 or 2 skewers in my day.
Beautiful. Okay, for our corn, what we're gonna make is a barbecue butter sauce. I've got a little bit of butter, unsalted, and I've got some good barbecue sauce.
Oh, this is that butter barbecue sauce you're telling me
And a
about.
few chives, that's right. I'm just gonna set this right on the grill. Put my butter in. That's gonna start to melt. A little bit of barbecue sauce in there. Woo! All right, Chad, now for our secret ingredient with these kebabs. If you wanna hand me an orange and a grapefruit.
Do I get to cut them? Or do I get
You
to
don't
squeeze
get to
them?
hold the knife, no, not after the whip episode.
But I get to squeeze them, right?
You get to squeeze. Okay, Chad, grapefruit, this is the squeeze on the shrimp kebabs.
Only shrimp?
Only shrimp, not the beef.
Okay.
Grapefruit on the shrimp, orange on the beef. I've got my chives on the board here. We're just gonna give these a little bit of chop. I'm gonna get that in there just like so. That is looking good. So Chad, if you wanna go ahead and get this on the platter, there you go. Beef on one side, shrimp on the other.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Ooh. Yes, this Florida sweet corn is so good and sweet. We really could eat it raw if we wanted to, but we're just gonna put a light char on it.
Can I hit it with butter? Can I hit it with grapefruit?
No, sir. No, sir.
An orange?
Nope. And then it's gonna go right into the bowl here with our barbecue and our butter and our chives. And we're just gonna toss these around, make sure they get nice and coated just like that.
See how high you can get them.
Are you ready?
Come on, go for height. Yes.
I lost one.
We still have 2 or 3 left.
We have
That's more
3.
than
We're
enough.
good. We're
It's
good.
More than enough.
It's gonna be so yummy.
Oh.
All right, Chad, here you are. Florida land and sea skewers.
Florida on a stick, sir.
Yes.
I love it. You did it. So we can just dive in here,
Yeah,
right?
it's tasting time.
For this recipe and many, many, many more just like it, go to our website at howtodoflorida.com.
Coming up next, get a different perspective on Florida's pristine waters.
She's got it. Natural ability. Pretty sure that comes from me.
When How to Do Florida returns.
Today on the show, we're going to show you how to paddleboard. Pull faster, honey.
With its ancestral beginnings in Hawaii, paddleboarding is one of the hottest new water sports around. All you need is a board, paddle, and before you know it, you can explore pretty much any lake, river, or even ocean here in Florida.
Here we go.
This week we're off to Sarasota, nestled in Florida's west coast between Tampa and Fort Myers on the Gulf of Mexico. Sarasota is just an hour from Tampa and about 2 hours from Orlando. Between the Barrier Keys and mainland is Sarasota Bay. It's a 56-mile coastal lagoon teeming with wildlife and one of only a few places in the United States where freshwater mixes with saltwater, providing one of the most dynamic natural habitats in the world. Here, Kasey and I met up with Chris Levins, a lifetime water sports fanatic. Chris lives for paddleboard surfing and long-distance paddleboard competition.
Hey, Chad. Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man.
You ready for some paddleboarding today?
She's
Cool.
going to be our trainee.
Yes, that's right, she's 8 years old and she's raring to go. I mean, this sport seems easy enough if she can do it, right? Surely I can. I mean, how hard could it be? Step 1, board and paddle.
Here's kind of a smaller one. It's about 10.6. It's, you know, would be good for surfing or for the lighter weight rider. This one's similar design, but a little bit bigger and kind of, you know, fits that crossover category. So it's good for if you're just more specifically doing flat water. You want the little bit longer water line and the more volume.
This thing looks like a Cadillac. What is this?
Yep. So this is like an example of a racing or touring board. So it's a completely different design. This is more like a boat-shaped hull. So you can see it's a much smoother lines. It's similar to like a kayak where it has a little bit of instability initially, but then it gains some secondary stability as the board sinks in the water on that side. So this is kind of an example of a basic aluminum adjustable paddle.
Okay.
It works well for beginners and families where you can adjust the height of the paddle. You'll notice here that the paddle blade has a bend in it, okay?
Okay.
And that bend is meant to be kicked forward and not back. You're reaching out with the paddle comes back to your feet, which is the strongest point in the stroke.
Okay.
The blade's straight down in the water there.
Okay.
See that? So if you had it flipped over, you'd be pushing the water up instead of straight back.
Step 2, standing up.
When you get on the board, usually I recommend that people start off on their knees first, and then just start off getting comfortable with the board and paddle on your knees for a few strokes. And then just one foot at a time, stand up on the board.
You getting all this?
Yeah.
You got it? Here we go.
Get up and standing. There you go. Go ahead and right into paddling. Good job.
Good, that's it. Kasey had it in no time. It was a piece of cake to her. She's got it, natural ability. Pretty sure that comes from me. Eventually, I figured it out.
Chris, I think I'm getting the hang of this thing. Let's swap rides.
All right.
I want the Cadillac, all right?
All right.
How do we do this?
Just jump on.
We just do it. Ready?
Jump on the center. 1, 2, 3. That was perfect.
Chris, that was not perfect.
You notice the expert's dry, the student's wet.
Step 3, explore Florida.
Are you splashing me?
Okay, now that Kasey and I got the hang of paddleboarding, it was time to explore the mangroves. This protected area is home to all kinds of gorgeous wildlife and is a very precious part of the Sarasota Bay ecosystem.
Chris, this is just absolutely one of the most amazing environments I've been in. And I've been in quite a few in Florida, and this was just spectacular.
And that's the beauty of paddleboarding is that you can get to be a kid again, go out and explore these different environments, and you know Florida has a lot of different ones to offer.
It's like another world back here. Being so enclosed by these mangroves, it's so clear and you can see everything that's moving around and the tides kind of pushing you along. I just can't take it in enough. I mean, it's really, really, really special place back here.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, it's great to get the kids involved in the sport too, and I think that's the beauty of this is that it can be a whole family thing too.
When you first stand up on the paddleboard, you'll see why this sport has become so popular. The feeling of standing on water and being able to peer into an underwater, undisturbed world is truly an exhilarating experience and will have you coming back time and time again.
That's a wrap.
She says that's a wrap. For more information on paddleboarding, go to our website at howtodoflorida.com.
You're watching How to Do Florida. We'll be right back. No, Matt, it's a close-up. You're too wide. You're going to see the sand. Yeah, there we go.
Well, that's our show. I sure hope you learned something, but more importantly, I hope you feel encouraged to get out and do Florida.
For more info on this episode, go to howtodoflorida.com, where you can watch full episodes, bonus material, and all of Chef Justin's yummy recipes. Be sure to check out our Do Florida page, which is our giant list of events and activities all over the Sunshine State. Yeah, you should check it out.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
We're going to go over the basics, the 101 of paddleboarding.
I have to go to the bathroom. Larry, you're in my way.
I see that.
This isn't gonna work. Two of us out here on the boat's not gonna work.
I'll let you off.
I don't know, I can't see it somewhere.
Strip! Don't strip too hard. You might start bleeding.
Go.
You're doing? What'd you say again? Let me just get this down.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
No, not what I had to think about it.
Come on, get it right.
Good luck.
Strip it, strip it. Go, gotta do Sarasota, gotta make it fast.
I'm dying to skewer something.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah, perfect. Yes.